As a freelancer and content creator, I'm always looking for different ways that I can increase my output, become more organized, or just simply make my life easier. And today I want to share with you 3 habits that I've implemented over the past few years that have not only made me more efficient at the work that I do, but have brought me more happiness and balance in all areas of my life. Now, the first habit is waking up early, and I know, how cliche, but I promise you it's much more than the rise and grind, early bird gets the worm, hustle mindset. It's really what those few additional hours in the morning can give me and how they elevate me for the rest of the day. Simply put, the morning is the most important period of your day. Now, why do I say this? Well, it's because those first few hours, what you're doing is you're setting the tone for your entire day. And I think we've all been there, right? Where we're having a rough morning, things aren't going our way, and what happens is this domino effect occurs, and we have an awful day, all because of those few hiccups in the morning. Now, the inverse is true as well. If we start off morning off right, we have a good positive attitude, we're having a few good things that are giving us good vibes, good momentum, and that snowball effect occurs, and we have a very productive, happy, successful day. Now, with that in mind, I try and manipulate and structure my mornings in such a way that elicits a good mood and a positive start to my mornings. So for me, that's waking up at 3:50 a.m., brewing a delicious cup of coffee, and then sitting and reading. Now, what that does for me is it gives me a nice reward. I love drinking good coffee in the morning, so I get to look forward to that every morning. I'm excited to start the day. And then on top of that, reading gives me this sense of productivity. I'm learning something, I'm gaining knowledge. It's this, sense of self-betterment, of improvement, and that just carries me through the rest of the day. I already start off the day on a good note, excited, positive, learning something new, and that's a way that I can control my day, at least as much as I can. Now, when it comes to waking up early, it doesn't have to be any specific time. It can be 3 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., doesn't really matter. What does matter is you need an extra 1 to 2 hours in the morning to try and optimize your environment, optimize that morning. So you need to add in something that's gonna give you the sense of productivity, of positivity to start your day. It could be a workout, could be reading, could be a podcast, an audiobook, anything like that that's already gonna kind of kick off your day on the right note. Now, the next one is very difficult for me, and it's even still hard today, and that is saying no more often. And being self-employed, I always feel very pressured to say yes to every opportunity. I rush to answer client emails, I take on more work than I should in fear of inconsistent income, and what happens is I end up overworked and mentally drained. Now, this workaholic work ethic can lend itself to a lot of benefits and to a lot of success, but when taken too far, when taken to the extreme, it can really decrease your happiness, your fulfillment, and strip you from any personal time. As a video editor, I enjoy the work that I do, but it's not my life's passion. It's not all that I want to do. And what happens is when I take on too much client work and I end up extremely overwhelmed, I'm not only sacrificing creative time and time for personal projects, but I'm also sacrificing time with my loved ones too. And this YouTube channel is actually a perfect example of this. By saying no more often, I've had more free time to pursue different passion projects like this channel and different goals I have, as well as get more meaningful time back with family and just mental sanity as well. And I get it, saying no can be very scary, especially if you're self-employed, you're worried you're gonna lose out on this income, you're not gonna get another client, you're not gonna get another opportunity like this, but trust me, there will always be another client, there will always be another opportunity, there will always be more money to make. So you need to prioritize your own happiness, your own passions, and make time for things that you're enthusiastic about. And also a bonus tip for entrepreneurs is set an end time to your workday. As an entrepreneur, you can literally work 24/7. Your schedule is not set hours, you're flexible, which can be dangerous though if you do have that workaholic work ethic and you end up working all the way from dusk till dawn. You don't make time for family, you don't make time for just giving yourself a break. So what I've done and what I've seen other people do as well is set an end time to your workday. It could be 4 p.m., it could be 6 p.m., whatever you want to set it, but stick to it, set it and stick to it, and make sure that once you hit that time of the day, work shuts off, you're done, the mindset's out of it, you clock out mentally, and you make meaningful time and connection with your family. And the third habit is using a bullet journal. And I actually got into bullet journals about 4 or 5 years ago because when I was working as a personal trainer, one of my clients, she would design and customize journals for her friends. She ended up making me one, and I've been using them ever since. Now, when it comes to journaling, I don't journal in the traditional sense. I mainly use mine as kind of like an organizer and planner. Now, of course, I use various other tools and apps like Notion, the Notes app on my phone, calendar, things like that. But for me, having things physically written down just gives me a stronger reminder of some of these to-dos or deadlines, as well as it helps me just stay a little bit less cluttered rather than storing everything into one singular app or source. I like to use different tools for different reasons. For example, when it comes to storing all of my notes that I take in my books, I like using Notion because I can kind of systematize everything. I can search notes real quick. It's all convenient and in a nice kind of sorted place. But when it comes to work, I like using a bullet journal just because I can physically see all the deadlines, the work I have. I don't have to log into anything. I don't have to open up any app. Bam, it's right there, my week at a glance. I can look at it all right in one place. But when it comes to like random ideas, quick reminders I have to do around the house or for the day, I'll use the Notes app, I'll use the reminder app on my phone. I like using voice memos if I'm on the go or on a run and need to quickly jot down a creative idea or thought I had, maybe an idea for a video, and I want to, just get it out of my brain, out of my system before I forget it. All in all, I use my bullet journal in a way that suits my needs best. And for me, that's keeping track of deadlines, client work, any larger to-dos and tasks. And it's not the most flashy way of using a bullet journal, but in my opinion, following exactly what a YouTuber or another video tells you to do with it doesn't make the tool any more successful. You need to use the journal or any tool for that matter and adapt it around your needs and how it can best suit your life. So those are 3 habits that have made a drastic impact on my life, and hopefully they can do something similar for you as well. If you have any habits that you'd like to share, please make sure you do so in the comments below. Like the video, subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.